Stop whatever you are doing right now and listen to me carefully, because what I am about to say to you in the next 20 seconds is the exact reason you were guided to this video today. You have been carrying a financial weight that has quietly been crushing you. You have been losing sleep over numbers that do not add up. You have been smiling in front of people while internally wondering how you are going to make it through this month. And right now, in this moment, I need you to hear this directly from me. The funding for your life, for your dreams, for everything you have been trying to build, it was never supposed to come from your own exhaustion. It was always supposed to come from me. And I am telling you today, it is already handled. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, your spirit is going to shift in a way that changes how you move forward from this day. I am speaking to you, the one who has been working harder than anyone around you can see. The one who has been carrying financial pressure in silence because you did not want to burden the people you love. The one who has been praying the same prayer over and over and wondering if the answer was ever going to come. I need you to understand something that your circumstances have been lying to you about. The fact that things have been tight does not mean you are forgotten. The fact that money has been slow does not mean provision has stopped. The fact that your account does not reflect your faith right now does not mean your faith has gone unnoticed. I see you. I have always seen you. Type Amen if you know God has not forgotten you. You were not built to carry this alone. The pressure you have been feeling, that constant low hum of financial anxiety that follows you into your mornings and sits beside you at night, was never meant to be your permanent companion. It was meant to be a season that is ending. A season that I am bringing to a close, not because you finally figured out the right formula, but because you stayed faithful through something that would have broken most people, and I do not let faithfulness go unrewarded. I want you to hear me say this as clearly as I can say it. I am funding your journey, not parts of it. Not the comfortable parts, not just the basics. I am funding the vision I placed inside you before you were born. The dreams you have been quietly tending, even while everything around you said to give them up. The calling that has refused to die, no matter how many times life tried to bury it. All of it. I am covering all of it. Relax. It is handled. Type 111 if you receive this right now. I know that word feels almost impossible to sit in when you are looking at real numbers and real bills and real pressure that does not pause for faith. I know that telling someone who is under financial stress to relax can sound dismissive if it comes from anywhere other than the place of absolute authority over your situation. But I am not speaking to you from the outside of your circumstances. I am speaking to you from inside them, from the position of the one who already knows how this resolves, from the vantage point of someone who has already seen the provision arrive even though you are still waiting to witness it in real time. I have already released what you need. It is already in motion. The channels through which it is coming may not be the channels you expected. The sources may surprise you. The timing may not match what you calculated. But the provision itself is not in question. It is not conditional on you being perfect. It is not waiting for you to figure everything out. It is moving toward you right now because I set it in motion, and what I set in motion does not stop. There have been moments in this season where you did the math and the math did not work. You looked at what was coming in and what needed to go out, and there was a gap that logic could not close. And somehow, not always comfortably, not always gracefully, but somehow you made it through. I want you to stop and acknowledge that for a moment. You made it through every single time. Not because the math started working, because I was covering the gap that the math could not explain. That was not luck. That was not coincidence. That was my hand on your finances, even in the seasons when you could not feel it. Type 7 Sesame 7 to affirm that God has been covering you. I am also speaking to the shame that has attached itself to this season. Because financial pressure does not just create stress. It creates a quiet shame that whispers that you should be further along, that people your age have more figured out, that somehow the struggle you are in reflects something about your worth or your intelligence or your faith. I want to pull that shame out by its root right now and destroy it. Your financial season does not define your value. The number in your account on any given day does not measure the depth of what I placed inside you. Some of my most anointed people have walked through the most financially challenging seasons, not because they were being punished, but because they were being prepared. Prepared for a level of abundance that required a corresponding level of character. And character is not built in comfort. It is built in the exact kind of season you have been walking through. You are not behind. You are being prepared. The provision that is coming for you is not just enough to cover what you currently owe. It is designed to shift your entire financial reality. I am not interested in giving you just enough to stay stressed. I am interested in bringing you into a place of genuine stability where your energy can be freed up to do what I actually created you to do. The cycle of barely making it ends in this season. What replaces it is not instant wealth that comes without wisdom. It is a steady, expanding, purposeful provision that grows with you as you grow. Type yes if you are ready for this shift. I want to speak to the specific worry that wakes you up at 3 in the morning. The one that sits on your chest before your eyes are even fully open. The one about the bill that is due. The one about the job that does not pay enough, the one about the opportunity you missed, or the investment that did not work, or the situation that cost you more than you could afford to lose. That worry has been living in your body for too long. It has been taking up space in your nervous system that was meant to be occupied by peace. I am not asking you to pretend the pressure is not real. I am asking you to shift where you are placing your trust in relation to that pressure. The pressure is real, but I am more real than the pressure. The need is genuine, but my ability to meet it is greater than the need. Every financial giant that has loomed over your life is smaller in my hands than it feels in yours, and I am holding all of it. Let go of the weight. I am carrying it. There are people in your life who do not know what you have been managing behind the scenes. They see you showing up, holding it together, moving forward, and they assume things are fine. They do not know about the transfers you have made at the last minute. They do not know about the meals you simplified to make the numbers work. They do not know about the prayers you have sent up in parking lots before going into situations where you needed to appear more stable than you felt. I know. I was in every one of those moments with you, and I want you to know that the courage it took to keep showing up through all of that did not go unnoticed. That courage is part of what is opening the doors ahead. Type 2 on 22 to claim the financial breakthrough that is coming. I am also bringing clarity to your financial life that has been missing. There have been moments of confusion about what to pursue, what to release, what to trust, and what to let go of. That confusion is lifting. I am giving you a clear vision for how your provision flows and what steps align with the direction I have for your finances. You will begin to see opportunities with more discernment. You will begin to make decisions with more confidence. The fog that has surrounded your financial thinking in this season is being replaced with a clarity that will help you move forward without second-guessing every step. You have gifts that have not yet been fully connected to the provision they are meant to generate. There are things you do, ways you think, abilities you carry that are directly linked to the financial expansion I have planned for you. I am in the process of connecting those gifts to the right opportunities, the right people, and the right platforms. You do not need to force this connection. You need to keep developing what I placed in you and trust that I am handling the placement of it. Your gifts are not irrelevant to your finances. They are the very vehicle through which your provision is designed to come. Type Amen if you believe God can use your gifts to fund your life. I want you to also release the comparison that has been stealing your peace. You have looked at others who seem to be financially thriving and measured yourself against what you can see of their lives. But you are not seeing the full picture of what it cost them, or what season they are actually in, or what trade-offs they made to be where they appear to be. And more importantly, their journey is not the template for yours. My provision for you does not look like my provision for someone else because you are not someone else. You are specifically and intentionally you. And the financial story I am writing for your life is tailored to your purpose, your calling, and the specific work I created you to do in this world. Stop measuring your chapter against someone else's highlight. You are in a different book with a different ending that is more beautiful than you currently have the capacity to imagine. The shift is happening. Even now, as you receive these words, something is moving in your favor. Doors that were stuck are beginning to loosen. Resources that were held back are beginning to flow. People who carry what you need are being positioned to cross your path at the right moment. None of this is visible to you yet in its fullness, but I am asking you to believe it before you see it, because that is the nature of the faith that activates what I have already released. Believe it. It is already handled. Type 333 if you receive your financial breakthrough today. Chosen one, God is funding your journey. Relax, it's handled. I want to keep speaking to you because there is more, and I need you to receive all of it. You have been in survival mode for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to think beyond the immediate need. Every bit of your mental and emotional energy has been consumed by the question of how to make it through the next few weeks. And because of that, you have not had the space to think about the larger vision, the bigger picture, the life that is actually waiting for you on the other side of this season. I want to give you permission today to think bigger again. The survival season is ending, and what comes after survival is not just relief, it is expansion. It is the kind of life where you are not just covering your needs, but actually building something, leaving something, creating something that outlasts you and carries the mark of the purpose I placed in you before you arrived in this world. That life is not a fantasy. It is a plan I have been executing on your behalf, even while you were too overwhelmed to participate in the dreaming of it. Type 111. If you believe God is expanding your life beyond survival, I also want to speak to the exhaustion, because financial pressure does not just drain your account. It drains you. It drains your creativity, your joy, your ability to be fully present with the people you love, your capacity to hear my voice clearly, your energy for the things that actually matter to you. You have been running on empty in ways that go beyond money, and I see that too. I am restoring what was drained. Not just financially, but in every dimension of your life that this season depleted. The joy that went quiet is coming back. The creativity that got buried under stress is resurfacing. The version of yourself that felt full of life and possibility before this season took its toll, I am bringing her back. Renewed. Stronger. More grounded. More clear about what truly matters. Rest is coming. Real rest. Not just the absence of crisis, but the presence of genuine peace in your finances, in your spirit, and in your daily life. You deserve to rest, and I am making a way for that rest to arrive. Type 777 if you are ready to stop surviving and start living. There are specific things I want you to stop doing as you step into this new financial season. Stop apologizing for needing what you need. Stop shrinking your requests as if asking for enough is somehow greedy. Stop talking yourself out of opportunities because your current circumstances do not match the level of the opportunity. Stop making permanent decisions based on a temporary season. The season is temporary. The opportunities I am bringing are not. I also want you to stop explaining your financial situation to everyone around you as though it defines what is possible for you. What is possible for you is not determined by your current bank balance. It is determined by what I have placed inside you and what I have already prepared ahead of you. Not everyone needs to know the details of where you are right now. Some information is sacred, and some of what you share too freely is being used to speak limitation over you. Guard your faith, protect your peace, and stop giving people information that they will use to build a ceiling over your head. Type yes if you are choosing to protect your financial faith today. I want to talk about the provision that is coming through unexpected sources because this is something I need to prepare you for so you do not miss it when it arrives. You have been looking for your breakthrough to come through the most obvious channels. The job, die, nain, die, the job. 1C, when. The raise, the client, the deal you have been working on. And while some of your provision will absolutely come through those channels, some of it is going to come from directions you never anticipated. A conversation you were not planning to have. A connection made in a moment that seemed insignificant. An idea that arrives in a quiet moment that opens a door you did not even know existed. A person you meet who carries something that changes the trajectory of your finances in a way that logic alone could not have produced. I am not limited to the channels you have identified. I have access to resources and routes and people and opportunities that exist completely outside of your current field of vision, and I am using all of them on your behalf. Stay open, stay expectant. And do not dismiss the unexpected as coincidence. Type Amen to receive provision from unexpected sources. I also want to address the vows you made to yourself during the hardest parts of this season. The promises you made quietly that if you ever got through this, you would never let yourself be in this position again. Some of those vows came from wisdom. Some of them came from fear. And I want to help you sort between the two. The wisdom says, be responsible, be intentional, build carefully, and steward what I give you with integrity. That wisdom is good, and I am going to help you walk in it in this new season. The fear says, never trust again, never risk again, never open your hands again, because opening your hands is how you got hurt. That fear is not wisdom. That fear is a wound speaking. And if you build your financial future on that fear, you will construct walls that keep out the very provision I am trying to bring in. I am healing the wound that produced the fear. And I am replacing it with a confident trust that does not mean you are naive, but means you are free. Type 444 to receive financial freedom in every area of your life. You are going to begin to see things shift in the natural world around your finances. Small things at first, an unexpected refund, a bill that is less than you expected, an opportunity that surfaces out of nowhere, a conversation that opens a door. These are not small things. They are the beginning of a movement that is gathering momentum. Pay attention to them, receive them with gratitude, and understand that they are the first visible evidence of what I have already been doing behind the scenes. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a posture that positions you to receive more. Every time you recognize and acknowledge even the smallest provision, you are aligning yourself with the larger provision that is coming. Do not wait until the breakthrough is dramatic to be grateful. Be grateful now for the evidence that is already showing up even in its early stages. What you honor grows. Honor every sign of provision that arrives in your life from this point forward. I am also teaching you in this season how to manage what is coming. Because I do not pour new resources into hands that are not ready to hold them. Some of what has felt like delay has actually been preparation. Preparation for you to develop the habits, the mindset, the wisdom, and the discipline that will allow you to sustain what I am about to release. Sustainability is more important to me than a dramatic one-time event that disappears as quickly as it came. I want your financial life to be stable, lasting, generational, something that you can pass on. Something that serves not just you, but the people around you and the purpose I have assigned to your life. That kind of provision requires a prepared vessel, and you are becoming that vessel right now in this very season that has felt like punishment but has actually been preparation. Type 333 to declare that you are ready to receive and sustain what God is releasing. Do not look at your current financial situation and draw conclusions about where you are going. Your current situation is not your destination. It is a waypoint on a journey that I am directing. The destination is already set. The provision for that destination is already allocated. Your job is not to figure out how to get there on your own. Your job is to stay in alignment with me, stay faithful in what you have been given to do, and trust that the funding for every step of this journey is already handled. Because it is. I am not a God who starts a work without finishing it. I am not a God who calls you to something and then withholds the resources needed to walk in it. I am not a God who places vision inside you as a cruel joke. Everything I have placed in you has a corresponding provision. And that provision is moving toward you with a precision and a care that should give your heart rest. Rest. Receive. My, murha, my, wa. Believe. The journey I have called you to is fully funded. You did not have to earn the funding. You did not have to manufacture it. You did not have to figure it out. You just had to stay faithful. And you did. Now watch what I do. Type Amen if you receive your financial breakthrough today and believe that God's provision is already on the way. Your story is not over. It is not even close to over. The best chapters are ahead, and every single one of them has already been provided for. Relax. It is handled.